The beginning stages of a relationship are all lovey-dovey and fun, but everyone reaches an eventual point where you either fall for the person for real or you don't. There's a big difference between liking someone a lot and falling head over heels for them. If you want to know if a guy is just feeling you, check out our other video on the 10 signs a man is into you. On the other hand, if you have a guy in your life and you're wondering whether he's hit that serious point yet, here are 6 signs he has completely fallen for you. Number 1. He supports your goals and dreams, even if they conflict with the relationship. Let's get one thing straight. Any partner you have is supposed to support you. Just because your partner offers a shoulder to cry on doesn't make him special. That's only the bare minimum of relationships. The tough part, where you can really tell that a guy has fallen for you, is when he'll support you even if your goal or dream doesn't exactly fit in with your relationship. I was lucky enough to experience this recently, and I'm going to use the word lucky because it's really hard to find someone who shows this level of support. I was living in the same city as my boyfriend for a few years, and our relationship was going swimmingly when I was offered a great job opportunity thousands of miles away. This wasn't just a short car ride or even a quick weekend flight away. I'm talking 8+ hours on an airplane away. This guy could have told me that it was ridiculous or selfish of me to want to go so far. He could have given me 1,000,001 reasons why I shouldn't take the job and should look for closer opportunities instead. I would have understood that point of view. Instead, though, this sweet man supported me and encouraged me to take the job and move towards my goals. Not only that, but he even went as far as to comfort me when I got emotional about leaving and reassure me that our relationship would withstand the test and that we would figure it out. Talk about support. Number 2, he prioritizes your happiness above his own. This sign goes hand in hand with supporting your dreams and goals, but it breaks it down into smaller daily actions. Look for little concessions that this guy does simply because he knows they will bring you joy and for no other reason. He may let you choose the movie, even though he doesn't like the rom-coms you tend to prefer. He may save you the last bite of the dessert, even though you know it's his favorite. He will provide a listening ear and put his concerns aside if you're in a moment of need. And if you live together, he may also take some of the household chores off of your hands if he sees you've already got a full plate. These little instances of help and love show that he is attuned to your happiness and wants to make sure you're always taken care of no matter what's going on with him. If your guy has shown this sign to you, let me know how he prioritizes your happiness in the comments. I love to hear it. Number 3, he makes sacrifices for you without being asked. Okay, your rom-coms may be a bit silly and predictable, but watching one when he would rather watch Avatar 2 doesn't count as a sacrifice. A true sacrifice may be when he had plans with a friend for quite some time and was really looking forward to it, but he ended up canceling or rescheduling because you suddenly came down with the flu and he wanted to be by your side. A true sacrifice is driving 6 hours after an 8-hour shift just to visit you while you're at school or living far away so that you can spend the weekend together. A true sacrifice is picking up all of those extra shifts because he wants nothing more than to buy your first home together. Look for things that require time and effort and that take away from sleep and leisure. Remember that the key is that he isn't asked to do these things. If you have to ask, it takes a lot away from his initiative. He may get 1 brownie point if he does it when asked, but he'll get 10 if he does it completely on his own. Number 4, he puts you above his friends, family, and job. In any video about long-term and healthy relationships, you're going to hear about prioritization. Humans are pretty good at making excuses, and sometimes we're so good that we even convince ourselves they exist. Hear me out on this one. Every single person will make time for the things that are important to them. I feel like I need to repeat this for some of the ladies following behind some guy who consistently puts them second and third or even fourth on his list of priorities. A man will make time for the things that are important to him. If he doesn't make the time for it, it's not important enough to him. Hearing this could sometimes hurt, but it's true. If a man has truly fallen for you, he will prioritize you above his career, bros, and even his family. It doesn't mean that you are the queen of the land and that he'll cut out his mother from his life if you say so. No matter how annoying that mother-in-law is, a mature man will still have his boundaries. But your well-being and your relationship will be one step ahead of his relationship with others. This is what a serious long-term commitment entails, and this is what a guy will do if he's truly in it to win it with you. When it comes to YouTube, though, a long-term commitment definitely entails a few thumbs ups and a subscription. Consider taking the leap with me and subscribing today to stay connected. Number 5. He talks about you being the future mother of his kids. Whether you're just starting in life or are already wise in your experiences, your heart should warm when a guy begins to speak about you as his lifelong partner, future wife, and future mama to his kiddos. This shows that the guy has taken some time on his own to envision his future with you in it, and he's confident enough in it that he openly mentions it to you. Think about it. Being a parent is perhaps the largest responsibility most of us will have in our lifetime. This guy trusts you enough to be a good mom to his most precious future gifts. I don't know if you've had the same experience, but I have noticed that the men I've come across are a bit less verbal than I am. When one starts to talk about the future and how he sees our relationship progressing, it's such an exciting thing to hear. Number 6. He actively tries to grow within your relationship. Loving someone may be easy, but maintaining and growing a relationship requires work. The younger you are, the more work you've got to put in, especially when it comes to maturing and improving communication skills. Did you know that statistically, women are more likely than men to initiate divorce? Plus, the more educated the woman is, the greater the chance she will. I'm not saying this to put a downer on the conversation, but essentially it will take a man who is open to growth to help a relationship continue long term. You'll need to navigate a lot of ups and downs, changing and conflicting priorities, and general disagreements that could either be resolved or lead to greater problems. It's one thing when you have to push a guy along to develop in this way, but it's a whole other ballgame when the guy is on the same page and wants to continue growing to ensure the relationship makes it through. This initiative shows just how important you are to him and how much work he is willing to put in to preserve and maintain his relationship with you. In addition to all of these great signs that a guy has truly fallen for you, you should also have a sense of peace when you're with him that points to his dedication. A guy who shows even a few of these signs is sure to give you the sense of security that a strong relationship requires. If you have found this with this guy, I am so happy for you. And if you haven't found it yet, your time will come. As always, thanks for watching.